My brother still loves wrestling. But here's the thing, he thinks it's real. Like, he thinks it's real. Like, they're like really.
Dylan, can we cut for a second? Is it not real, Kaitlyn? Kaitlyn, is there something you need to tell me? This is going to change my whole life.
No.
This is going to ruin my life.
YUNKJunk!
Monday. Here we are back. Setting the record straight. You guys know I'm Steven. I'm with my host as always. Although I feel slightly abandoned this week. Kaitlyn is here from, what's your locale? You don't need to give your whole geo address. Where you at?
Ocean City.
Man, uncool. Didn't the summer end like a week or two ago? Was it 2 weeks? I don't even know.
I think some people started this week.
So let's just get right into it. I'm your father. Been your father your entire life. And I hate to call you a 4-letter word, but you're lazy. I'm just going to say that you're lazy. You went to school, became a doctor. While you were becoming a doctor, you were a little lazy. You didn't even work. I don't think there was any weeks you worked over 90 hours while you were in full-time school. So that's a little slightly lazy. This is just showing your laziness. Here I am at the podcast in beautiful Manayunk, YUNKJunk, Wheatley vodka, Coors Light, whatever. And you're down the shore. How is that possible? What's the weather like?
A little breezy.
I already do that
Not too
answer.
sunny.
Did you go to the beach today?
I did not.
I'm sorry if that was
I did
on
not.
camera. You didn't deserve to. We're in Manayunk. Actually, it's very nice. The weather's great. It's like a fall day at mid-September. I guess that actually is technically fall or whenever summer ends. But I'm so excited
22nd.
that we're back doing our podcast with Wheatley, and I really appreciate them being our sponsor, Wheatley Vodka. Every Monday night, they've come up with this great idea. They didn't come up with nothing. And that what we're going to do at La Roca, it was my idea. But they are going to sponsor it like crazy. They have nothing to do with it but sponsoring. And my subliminal self. We're going to be doing Monday Night Raw at on the second floor bar. All kinds of cool things. Pro wrestlers, PlayStation 4, Xbox. We're going to be playing on the TVs. We're going to be watching Monday Night Raw. And this is going to go out next Monday, so you're going to get to see this. We are giving away free food. I now expect a big graphic that goes, free food. See me, Dylan? See me? Free food. Just kidding you. But seriously, we're putting out free food next Monday night for the premiere of our Monday Night Mules. I'm really excited. Will you even be back? Tell the truth.
Maybe.
Really? I wish. Here's the biggest problem. My business in Manayunk, La Roca, needs you desperately. You are the glue to that place, and you keep some of those people employed because you're that buffer. When I go, name deleted, what are you doing? Name deleted, insert curse word, name deleted, so you're that. But more importantly, the biggest problem with you not being here is there's dogs walking down our street and they don't know where to go. Front window's open today. They're looking in the window. They're looking for Treat Lady. They don't know where you are. They don't understand that you think you deserve a vacation. Lazy. School for all these years, worked full time. Lazy. These puppies do not understand you not being here. So, to balance this whole balancing act out, I have bought in my favorite business in all of Manayunk. It's not even close. I've said it since day one. Completely my favorite business. And you not being here just really shows the lack of effort on your part. And now I look bad, but luckily, from the best place on the street, the friendliest place. See how I did that? The friendliest place on the street. I am lucky enough to have with me Stephanie, the owner of Pet Friendly Dog Bakery.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Thank you.
Boy, do we need you. We, as you know, in Manayunk, have so many beautiful furry friends.
It's the best place.
It is the best place for friends like that.
Oh, I love it so
But
much.
when somebody is lazy and they don't come to work, those puppies know that they're not being given their treat that they expect. Little do some of these puppies know where some of these treats come from. Not all, but a lot of come from your amazing, amazing business. Pet Friendly Dog Bakery, up the street, opposite side of us. And you're not open today. I'm so lucky to have you. It's Monday as we record this.
My bacon day.
Is that what goes on Mondays?
Monday every day, honestly.
Really? How much time a day do you think you do baking?
You can ask my husband. He probably keeps track, but like 2-3 hours a day.
Are you talking about all the
average.
cookies, like the beer mug, the peanut butter beer mugs? That's Balor's favorite.
Yeah,
He loves the
Balor's
margaritas, the martinis. What's that?
Yeah.
That's Bear's favorite.
The peanut butter beer
It's
mugs.
second close to either the Manayunk cookie or the Love cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't bring any, but
That's okay.
Yeah.
We break the Pup Tart in half for them.
yes. Yeah.
Just because it's a big cookie, but like it's awesome.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, how did you get started in this field?
In this field?
In the whole field of
Because
where
in the pet field. So for me personally, it came down to who called me back. So so the story is I moved in with my dad during high school. I was living with my mom, then I lived with my dad for a bit. And when I moved in with my dad, I needed to get a job. So I applied to Petco and the theater by my house. And the theater called me back one day after Petco. Petco called me first, and I got a job there. And that's kind of where it started. And I worked at Petco for 14 years.
Could you have seen yourself as a theater kid, though? Not in school. I get that because it was a job.
Yeah.
But you never know where that could have led. Could you have seen yourself in that environment?
No. No, I'm really glad that I didn't get the call back from, I did,
Day
but
later,
not, a day later. It was the 4th of July. I went into my job interview at Petco, and this like tall, dorky guy walked in and offered me a hot dog because they were grilling out back. And I don't know if he remembers this, but that ended up being my husband.
I already knew where that was going. When you said tall, dorky guy, I'm like, when I met Chaz, he's kind of dorky. Although he's got long hair, long beard.
Yeah.
And we have a couple people in common. But I knew where you were going. That's a very cool story.
Yeah, he peeked his head in. He said, "Do you guys want some hot dogs? I'm grilling hot dogs." And I was like, "No, that's weird." And like 10 years later, we got married. We have a kid. We have a million animals, and yeah.
So I won't even ask what you like better, the one kid or the million animals, because we all know the answer.
And
it's the animals as I look at you in the face.
He tells my dog on a regular basis, "You're my very best friend."
I no, I say he's my furry best friend.
Yeah.
And
I
we all
actually
know-
have my arm tattoo. I have my dog, our current dog, Olivia, on my arm. She's this big part of my arm piece, and our daughter has this one little initial on my finger, and she's pretty sour about that. She doesn't
You
like
have your dogs on your arm.
Yeah.
That's massive love, don't you
Yes.
think?
Oh, if I wasn't doing this, I don't know what I would do.
Is that borderline crazy putting like a portrait of your dog?
You know how many customers come in with like dog
I do.
portraits?
I know one. There's
See?
Balor.
See?
There's Vader.
Exactly.
There's my voice.
Yeah.
That is
Let's
so
also
funny.
acknowledge, you have nothing that represents your kids, just the dogs.
No.
I have some death on my arms.
Oh.
Ah, nice.
Not
Nice.
that I welcome death when it happens. I don't.
Oh my God.
But sometimes kids make your ears bleed. I don't think your ears bleed in death. Sometimes, and I'm not talking about you.
Howling Siberian huskies make your ears bleed.
Yeah.
Yes.
That happens a lot.
makes
What's your loudest? And I'm going to get back into how you guys started all this.
Yeah.
But speaking of
Dogs.
screaming Siberian Huskies,
Yeah.
what's your loudest baby? Don't say your daughter.
In our house?
Don't say Chaz or your daughter.
Oh, he's definitely. In our house, we actually have a cockatoo.
I love cockatoos.
He's from Australia.
Yeah.
And we got him as a baby. His name is Baby, but we call him Birdie Man. And he's very metal. He likes to like bob up and down to like the metal music. My husband takes lots of videos of him. But he is so freaking loud. He's so loud. He's so annoying. I love him to death, but he's so annoying.
I had 3 way back in the day.
Yeah.
I had 4 kids, no wife, and 3 birds. Yeah,
Dude.
I'm smart. But here's what they were called. McDonough. Yeah, it was after Madonna because my kids loved Madonna. Luther, which was, because again, these things wouldn't shut up. Named after Luther Vandross. And Patty LaBird.
Oh my God.
Named after Patty LaBelle, obviously.
That's fun.
And I thought to myself, I got 4 kids. I'm on the move a lot. I was single. I can't get dogs or cats yet, just because landlords.
Uh-huh.
And I had these birds that I could get away with, and they were so loud.
So loud.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, our neighbors can hear them many, many doors down. And he talks. He actually says some choice words, which I can't say here.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of patience.
Yeah, he's very loud and very talkative and very messy and very expensive.
Any clue how long he is from crown to like whatever they call that?
I don't know, Chaz. How long? 18 inches? Yeah.
Bird.
He's a big bird. Big beak. He's put many bruises on us, broken much skin. Very destructive.
We have, other than cats and dogs and a bird, which I find normal. Anything anybody else would find out of the ordinary?
Of course.
What do you got?
We've had everything. Currently we have tarantulas and geckos.
I've already been told not to use the F-bomb so much. She knew I was going to do it. So I'll just say,
Yeah.
Really?
Tarantulas?
Wait, so why? Why?
So I actually had a tarantula when I was single. I adopted a tarantula that
we all
came
had
to
them
me.
when they were single. We called them boyfriends or girlfriends.
That's true. That's true.
Blood sucking.
Mine was actually, her name was Betty, after Betty Page, and she was a sexy little thing. And she
what makes a tarantula? I don't want to know.
Sexy? I
don't want to know.
But she literally only lived like maybe a year or so after I got her, because she had an injury from being mishandled by her previous owner. And when you work at Petco or PetSmart or any of these like big chain pet stores, people bring you things and you end up taking home like all these random animals. And she was one of those animals.
So I'm the smartest guy in front of this microphone on this side of the room. Don't they just kill you?
No, they're actually super docile. Like, you don't want to handle them too much. The biggest thing is their hairs. So you know how they have the hairy butt? Or have you seen a tarantula? They're hairy.
I haven't looked at their butts.
Okay, all right.
I'm a leg tarantula guy.
All right. So they're covered in hair.
Okay.
And when they get mad at you, their first defense is to what they call kick hairs. So they actually take their back legs and they kick the hair off their booty, and they kick it at you.
Yeah.
And it sticks to you, and it feels like
the bat cave opening up, kind of, but just not going to close. Never mind. Old school. I didn't mean that to be creepy. I was just thinking of kicking stuff off, whatever.
But they call it kicking hairs, and you can't really see them, but they get under your skin, and it makes it really itchy for us. So that's how they defend themselves. Primarily, they don't want to bite you. Biting is like
Whose tarantula was this? Yours, Chaz's, or your daughter's?
I had Betty the tarantula when I was single.
That's right. You said that.
Yeah.
So you're the one with the issues.
No, my husband has the issue. My husband has it. He has a few right now. We have a what is she? A Metallica tarantula. She's like a bright blue.
Metallica, yeah. I'm kind of a Megadeth kind of spider.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever.
Well, so before we found out that she was a girl, My husband didn't know. You can't tell when
What do
they're
you
little.
lift little? Never mind. I don't even know how
Well, I
you.
can explain that to you if you really want to know. But so we didn't know what she was, and my husband called her Cliff. After Cliff Burton from Metallica. He died in the bus accident, I believe. And yeah, so we call her Cliff, but she ended up being a girl, and she's about like yay big and gorgeous,
Really?
so gorgeous. But she literally just sits around. They're not really scary.
Do you sell food for tarantulas at the pet?
No.
Phew.
They eat crickets. I stop at PetSmart on my way home. I stopped the other day and got her some crickets, and she comes out and hunts, and she grabs them, and she'll grab a couple, and like you see her little mouth moving. It's cute.
What?
It is cute.
What was a better store in life? Petco, PetSmart.
Well, I mean, Petco did me good. I mean, I got a
You were there a long
401k
time,
out of
huh?
it. Yeah, I mean, like
And a husband?
and a husband. I got a husband. I got a kid. I got
Love for tarantulas? No.
I got some tarantulas out of it. I got a bird. So I mean, like I can't hate on Petco.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a bad gig.
So you were Petco till how long ago?
2016,
Gotcha.
and then I worked in a restaurant for a couple years.
What'd you do at a restaurant?
I was a restaurant manager. Yeah, that sucked. I loved it though. Like I love making things. I love
Yeah.
making food. Obviously, I make the dog treats now.
The best ever, yeah.
I thought it was so fun, but the turnover was insane. I mean, constant turnover, and the hours weren't great. And my hair smelled like food all the time.
Your clothes.
My clothes, my hair. Like I would go on vacation for a week, and like my hair would still smell like fries after, a week. Yeah.
Dylan, she's muted, right? She's not listening to any of this because they're going to throw it back at me at some point? No.
But it was fun, and I met some
How long did you do that
friends.
for?
I did that for about 2 years. And then I saw this ad I was like, all right, I'm done with this. This is stupid. I'm not doing this anymore. I wasn't making what I should have made. I wasn't getting benefits, the usual. So I looked online and I found a pet bakery job, and I'm like, what? A pet bakery? I had never heard of a
Where
dog bakery.
online? Any clue? Like if you remember?
It was on one of the big ones, like one of the big companies.
Like an Indeed type
Indeed,
thing?
yeah. I think it was Indeed.
Really?
Yeah. There was an Indeed ad, and I answered it, and that's where it all started. And I worked. I got hired. I worked there for a few years, and then the owners were like, like we're done with the pet bakery, and we were done with it.
They were just done, yeah. How long had they been there when this was happening? When they were telling you that they were done?
5 years,
Okay.
I think we were
So
in.
like their lease basically at that point?
Well, they owned the building. They owned the building. They owned the business. They were like pretty wealthy people. But they were just kind of done. They moved to California and they were done with it. So I was like, at first I was like, I guess I got to get another job. I started applying places. I did all kinds of interviews, and I was like, my heart's not in it,
Yeah.
And I went back and I talked to my husband, and he's like, well, why don't we offer to buy the business? I was like, that's fucking crazy. But let's do it. Let's try. And they accepted my offer. It took about 9 months to get the money together and everything.
Yeah, of course.
I have a small business loan and stuff, but yeah, like that's how we did it.
This street is so much better for you for doing all that. They should literally pay off your loan because the things that no.
Please pay off my loan. If you're listening, pay off my loan.
So in all transparency to the 12, maybe 13 people that see this, 14 counting Wheatley saying, Steven, shut up, blah, 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 blah. that Manayunk is just so full of furballs. We only see the dogs mostly, obviously,
Yeah.
but I hear all the cats, not hear them, customers, we talk about it because I shout out you guys. We love, and I don't know who you were in conjunction with. We shout out Animatic. We not only love those girls, we hear just wonderful things from patients' parents.
Yeah.
Sometimes they come to our place while something's going on down there.
Yeah.
With their puppy or kitty. So like me coming back to Manayunk all these years ago, I didn't know. Manayunk wasn't this way when I was here 10 years ago. My band used to play Kildare's before you were we were here, Kildare was on my side of the street, and there wasn't all these dogs and stuff walking. And now it's crazy. And when I started the podcast today, I joked about her not being here. And the reason I joked about that is because we literally do. We have treats. Some come from you, some just come from Acme, or because we have so many. Because there's so many dogs on the street.
Yeah.
And what I just think that you are such an unsung place on the street that people don't know about you. And let me give you an example.
Yeah.
We do live music at La Roca. I don't like to shout out La Roca a lot, but every Sunday morning, I've had the same band for years, Derek. And they're so awesome. They're amazing. Derek and Jen have come in for years, even when he hasn't played there all the time. Do you know the stories about their cat and the anxiety? And that he was scared to tell me, like, for almost a year, because they thought people didn't get that about pets.
Yeah.
Whereas Balor, we've talked a little off camera about CBD, but what a great avenue that is for certain pets.
Yeah.
And cats, their cat had I think separation anxiety.
Real bad separation anxiety because Jen travels for work. And so every time Jen would leave, she would have like a week-long episode.
Aww.
Yeah, and they thought that they were alone. It was one of those things like way back in the day, like I love autism. And we help, we have a foundation that we contribute to, a big one.
Yeah.
That's not what this is about, but I wouldn't have known about that unless I experienced it firsthand.
Right.
And that's kind of like this, like it no one talks about it. Oh, and I I know it's not like it's saving the world, but dogs and cats with their anxiety.
Yeah.
I live in a spot where every holiday, and I don't live in the city, I live in the burbs, they're shooting off fireworks like crazy. We get our CBD from you because it's strong enough. And we get one in them early in the day and one in them right around dinner time.
Yeah.
And making sure, but there's so many people like our guy Derek, who's a great cat dad. Shout out to Derek is a cat dad. Who didn't realize for their animals that there's all these issues.
Yeah.
And your place, I get that it's a pet-friendly dog bakery, but let's expand a little bit more on what you do. Excuse me, what's the guy's name with the long hair? Is he still there?
Darren, he actually left.
Okay.
So he bought a house.
And I don't mean to talk about an ex-employee,
he's
but
amazing.
He was great for you.
I loved him. But yeah, he had to move on because they had a Rottweiler in Manayunk who had some issues.
Yeah.
Like all of our dogs do.
Yeah.
And
tell me.
they needed a yard and they needed to like plant roots. So they moved to Jersey and
closer to he's got to work closer to home.
So he has to, so he's still dog training.
I didn't know he left, but he was a great dog trainer.
He was awesome.
But again, my whole point is we get that from you. Here's something you don't know. What is his name? We got a card from your place last week. Kaitlyn, as you can tell, is down the shore. My whole family is down there, not me. And some of our dog sitting fell through is me. And I wanted to get her off. I just wanted her away. But somebody's got to be there for Balor. I won't board him.
Yeah.
He lives in his house. He's in his own house.
Been for 7.5 years. He's never been to a boarding facility.
Never.
Our dog
never do
hasn't
it.
either. Yeah.
So you had a card in your place that she got last week of a gentleman who is a doctor of biology.
Yes.
He's so nice. We talked.
So
and
great.
I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah.
But Manayunk, people like you give all those people those options and things, and people don't understand what a great how vital your spot is for just life. Just because a lot of us, our life revolves around our pets. We can't go on vacation without a pet, without knowing who's taking care of.
I don't recommend anybody that I wouldn't leave my own pet with. So like, if someone drops off cards and I haven't heard of them before, I do my research and I try to figure out like, are they actually like a pet person? Like, what's the deal? And yeah, he seemed like a really great dude.
Don't call anybody.
Yeah.
She gave me his card. I called him right away.
Yeah.
He answered.
Nice.
We had a great talk, and now we're going to work it out. He's doing the main line mostly. Again, I would shout him out if I remembered what his whole gimmick was. But
I know I suck at names.
But the point is, I wouldn't have gotten that guy if it weren't for you.
Yeah.
We had somebody else who was very slow to respond and this and that. And there's a few pet places on the street. You have City of Paws, which is, bathing. They do a little bit more care, and they have some products
and stuff.
Yeah,
Grooming, what's great,
I think maybe.
Yeah, they just have like the bathtubs, which is awesome. You can like self bathe your dog.
Yeah, I know Premier used to be up the street.
Yeah, I still love them. They're
I love
in Roxborough.
Kelly.
Kelly's great. But like, so the difference between our two stores and how I explain it is they do like the things you need: dog food, cat food, litter.
Exactly.
I do the
Mini
things.
Petco.
I do the things that are fun. Like it's a little different. Like the things that you really don't need, but it's just fun and kind of kitschy, and like the more like kind of like just I don't know. It's just kind of like the whole millennial vibe of like I don't need this, but I want it.
Here's the most important question.
Yeah.
And Dylan, please pay attention because I'm going to ask the question, then I'm going to sip my illegal beer. And that's okay. That's on there. I'm just teasing. Straight up, what do you got going on downstairs? You need to tell people about.
Personal.
She fits our mold. Oh man. Oh man. I hear Chaz in the background going, cheers.
Yeah, right. Like, hey.
I think now it's not for Balor.
JK.
Balor won't even go in some places. He thinks every place that has anything to do with dogs or pets is a vet.
Yeah.
He just hits the floor.
We get that all the time.
He's not alone. What's that?
I have tried to bring him in and he hit the floor. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, dude, you love these cookies. Like, go pick out your own. Like, come on. No, won't do it. And I'm like dragging him to the register. Like, all right, I picked out your cookies. Now let me pay as you're being like a child in Target who won't shop.
But I love the pictures that she gets of people taking pictures of their dogs in there. Other than Loki, but just all the great.
Other than Loki.
I love Loki. Now, him and Balor are friends. They're both Huskies.
Are they?
Well, Balor's posted stuff, and Loki used to like it when it was from Balor. So I assume they're friends. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Huskies are weird. Huskies are very, very weird. That's all we've had for 32 years. And there's so many Huskies in the Yunk, which one of the things you knew off camera that I was even going to mention that I don't love. I love Huskies. We live in the burbs where he's got room to run.
Yeah.
He's a dog walker. That's okay. She walks him. I used to walk him all the time. But Huskies just need exercise.
Yeah.
They're working dogs. My dog has become stuck up. He thinks he's the boss of working dogs because he's out front. He has an electric fence. Mm-hmm. So all the dogs will walk by on their leashes. And he's like, what's up, bitch? That's your mom pulling you. I'm sitting out here. Ain't nobody holding me back. What? What are you going to do? He doesn't really do all that. But other dogs do. Other dogs see him and they try to get him. And he just sits there going, how you doing? And then the parents will walk by going, he's so calm. He's got a fence.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to get shocked. We call it shocky. Because when you get near it, he hears it first.
Of course, yeah.
And he doesn't test the boundaries. And that's new for Huskies in the last 8 or 9 years. Back then, you couldn't get a Husky for that. But yeah, there's a lot of Huskies in the Yunk. And I do worry just because when it's hot out, the street is hot, the sidewalk is hot, their paws. She walks them. He stays to the sidewalk most of the time. Like he knows they're very smart. He knows he could walk on the grass and it'd probably be cooler.
Yeah.
But we don't have a lot of grass on Main Street, obviously.
Yeah.
And I love the dogs walking.
Yeah.
But I always, when I see the bigger ones, I always just go a little bit, oh, I hope they have a yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's this really cool app called Sniff Spot. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay. So we're on it. A lot of places around here are on it. So it's an app. It's free to sign up, and it tells you can actually rent someone's yard, which sounds crazy, right? You can rent someone's yard. You can also rent our yard at the store. if you have a reactive dog, if you have a dog that's just high energy that doesn't get along, like maybe is too much for other dogs.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to have some private like playtime. So so this app tells you like all these people, it's like probably about $10 an hour. Chaz and I took our dog because our dog is very reactive. And you can rent someone's yard, their pool.
So you're on it as a customer, not Pet Friendly Dog Bakery.
And we're on it as a vendor or whatever.
As a vendor,
yeah.
Space
so
available.
yeah, so like I'll come in like at 12. So we open at 1 and someone will rent our yard for an hour and we actually offer like birthday packages.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I know you do.
So you can, but like just for your dog to come in and play and have like some birthday cake and just like relax and enjoy the space without anybody else there. So we have that. But also a lot of like, there's so many dog parks around here. And there's also like so many like walking paths and great like spaces for dogs. So
dogs get along well here too, by the way.
We have great dogs.
I mean, strangers that are walking, stranger dogs that are walking down the street in my neighborhood, they're going to yip and yap at each other.
Yeah.
One parent's going to go on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
Most times, not here. She'll be out front feeding the dog treats. Some other parent will come walking by and she'll know them. She'll have a handful. And that dog doesn't even care about the other dog. They just know the dog lady is out. And she's giving treats. Oh no, you two are the bookends of the treats on the actual street. I know there's the vet on Shores, Lane, but as far as treats, you have the whole place, Spot. You have the best nummies ever, and dude, they're the best nummies. Balor, we've trained Balor to take one cookie at a time out of your bags.
Aww,
the white bags that you use.
Yeah.
He'll take one. Most times I thought he got 2 last night. I thought he got a martini and what else did he have? I think it was maybe a
pumpkin.
A pumpkin.
Yeah. Bag.
Yeah, but you two are the treat ladies as far as that, because you're the best place to get them. She just likes to give them out. We have dog bowls out. Because, I can't say why, because they're in competition with. Hey, once again, big shout out to Wheatley Vodka, who I almost shouted out somebody else, and that would have gone really rad. But no, so we have water bowls out. We have dog leashes. I was going to bring her one of those toys, and then I remembered why I could not, because it has the vodka brand on it. And I couldn't have it on camera.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you knew what I meant, right?
Of course, yeah.
Well, we love you. No, Wheatley, the vodka of wrestlers. How you doing, Wheatley? Have you ever tried it? Do you drink vodka?
I'm a tequila girl. I'm a tequila girl. Yeah.
I'm a vodka and Red Bull, or when we go out to bougie nonsense, I'll do vodka and orange juice.
Yeah.
You know, like when I have to wear a button-down shirt. or my wife just says, please behave.
Yeah,
I go, okay. It'll take me 9 of them to get lit. So I won't. No, vodka, Wheatley vodka has been great though. I have tried it and I liked it. We had it a couple weeks ago, and then every Monday night they're going to do this very cool thing. I wish I could bring in wrestlers with their animals. That would be really cool. Some of them smell like animals, but that's okay. It's besides the point. Can
I tell you something fun? Okay.
Absolutely.
So my brother was really into WWF when we were kids, right? And we used to actually play WWF. We would like clean everything off of my mom's bed and we would just like wrestle, right? That sounds crazy.
This is my whole life.
My brother was so into it. We even had like those rubber dolls. Remember the rubber dolls that were like 30 pounds and like you could like put a hole in the wall. But yeah, like Junkyard Dog was one of my favorite.
Sylvester.
Yeah. And I remember he used to bring his dog out and it was so cute. It was so fun. But
Drug addict.
Oh, was he
bad name?
Sorry.
Bad name for dogs. Didn't even like dogs, really. Yeah, Sylvester Ritter was an interesting character.
Oh, no.
Well, again, so loved wrestling. Did he stay and did he always?
My brother still loves wrestling. He's still, But here's the thing, he thinks it's real. Like, he thinks it's real. Like, they're like really.
Dylan, can we cut for a second? Is it not real, Kaitlyn? Kaitlyn, is there something you need to tell me? This is going to change my whole life.
No,
this is going to ruin my life.
You have to be an acrobat. You have to be like my daughter is a 3rd degree black belt. She's I'm so proud of her. I have to talk about her. She's a 3rd degree. She's a 3rd degree black belt. She's on the national demo team. She's going to Portugal on the USA team to represent our country.
Not because she is a tarantula owner, right? There's nothing to do with the tarantula.
No, it doesn't. But she's been doing it since she was 4. She's 16 now. And I mean, it's
She's driving?
She's driving.
You get her a car?
She has a car.
Get the F out of here. What is wrong with you letting a 16? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding you.
No, I'm the only driver in the house. So we had to get her a car so she could do her thing. But she teaches karate. She is so good at a shout out to Action Karate. Love those guys.
Love it.
If anybody wants to join karate, Action.
Hold that thought. Hashtag we need speed bumps in Manayunk. Just talking about cars. Steph and I are in agreement. I'm looking at the camera.
Yeah.
We need speed bumps. Hashtag speed bumps.
Speed bumps.
So that's cool though. That you know.
She's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
She can kick anyone's ass. People are like, "Are you worried about her going to Portugal, different country?" Like my husband and I have never been.
Does she watch any like jiu-jitsu matches, rolling tournaments, UFC, anything like that?
She does mostly she does Kempo karate, which is more like defensive.
Know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I'm so
I'm
old.
a black belt too.
In what?
In Kempo karate. Yeah.
Now I'm scared. When I joined the Army, it was just called karate.
Yeah.
That was our hand-to-hand combat that they taught us.
Yeah.
Way before you were born.
It's amazing. It's such a stress relief. It's so fun.
I wish I would have stayed. I didn't.
And you can get into it. I mean, there's people who are like 70 who start.
Did you just call me 70?
No. I did not call him 70. But I'm just saying, like, there's people who start.
Hey, Wheatley, here's Coors. Clearly, I'm not going to be here long. I'm going to be dead. I'm already 70. How you doing?
But there's all kinds of people who start. I started when I was 39, maybe 38. I don't know.
6 months ago.
Yeah, just the other day. No, but I've been training for about 4 years. 4 years now. I started during the pandemic because I had nothing else to do.
I mentioned my musician, Derek. BJJ. I forget what belt he's in, but he's a jiu-jitsu guy. He hasn't rolled in a while. But yeah, like there's so much martial arts. And again, not just the UFC. Yeah. What a great thing for kids, for discipline, for after school. Little League baseball is not what it used to be. Even soccer for kids.
My daughter was in dance.
Gymnastics. Do you know how expensive that stuff all gets? Especially when you get traveling.
Oh, well.
As she knows with all of her cousins and stuff.
Karate isn't cheap. But
no, I don't know. I know. No.
We're taking some money out for that to send her to Portugal, but it's her dream. Like it's her everything. Her whole entire life is karate. So I'm so proud of her.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks.
It's so nice when they find something that they just love so much. Huh?
Yeah.
None of my kids loved anything until
being
Kaitlyn.
A doctor.
And then Kaitlyn, no, it was all me. No. Just pay attention to her face. When she could see, it was all me. Once she realized I was her father, I was all she. I refuse to even look over there right now. Is she throwing up on camera? I don't even know.
Heart.
But that's amazing when our children find something that they love so much, or just anybody finds something that they're so into. And again, her cousins some of them are so into gymnastics and things like that. And I say to our family, that's great. And it's so expensive, but isn't that what just every other kid their age is doing? Karate. I still say karate because of the Army.
Yeah.
But no, not all kids are doing that.
Our daughter took gymnastics and she still goes to gymnastics because she can do crazy moves, like things like that human body shouldn't be able to do. And that's part of like her like katas that she puts together. She puts them all together herself, and I'm just
really
insanely proud of her. Yeah. I'll send you videos.
Do you work out with her?
No, she works out. She has a gym membership. She works out. What,
no,
like
no,
4 or 5?
no. I mean,
sometimes we partner together. She actually like partially dislocated my shoulder.
Get out.
She hits so hard.
Yeah, you gotta
without
learn
gloves.
you gotta learn how to train. Training is different than live action.
She's scary. No, so she's like 5'3", 100 pounds maybe.
Hi, Kaitlyn.
And she knows
Caitlin's like, I'd kill to be 5'3".
She knows how to throw a punch, dude. Like, she's scary. She's really scary. She could take you down she could take my husband down. She could take any grown man down in like 2 seconds.
What if she all of a sudden sees you in this podcast? She would never drink underage, I'm sure. What in 5 years she wants to join the WWE because Wheatley is pushing her? She's already got the athletic background.
Yeah.
She's already got a lot of knowledge of agility of the body and what moves and what doesn't move there. Could she ever be a pro wrestler?
Of course. Yeah.
She's
amazing. She's amazing. She actually, Chaz is like all excited. She wants to open her own dojo, her own like karate school is her goal. Which I'm all about. She's super talented in so many ways. She's a great writer. She's just.
She good in school?
She's amazing in school. She's done so great.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so proud of her.
So not everybody.
She's the best thing I ever did.
Just so you know, not everybody on this podcast did.
I didn't. Chaz didn't.
One of us did really bad. Which one do you? Never mind. It was
like,
me.
I don't even know how she got so good at like, like being great with her body. Like, we are such like
athletic. You mean like
athletic? Yeah. We suck at like I played the trumpet in
musician.
School.
I love that. Yeah.
And he played the violin, and that's
Kansas. No. First rock band with a violin. I'm just sorry. I'm shouting. People are like, who's he talking to?
So
Chaz is off camera.
So we were musical people, and we got our daughter into like some physical stuff growing up, and
child abuse is not good, but physical stuff. That's not what you meant. My bad. We'll rewind that. We'll cut all that shit off. Sorry. Once again, since it's gonna be. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
She's just amazing. She's so good at school. She's disciplined, and that comes from karate.
So let me get back to I love this same thing. Her, what is her connection, if any, to Pet Friendly Dog Bakery? None whatsoever. She never comes in, helps and do an inventory, stocking it. So you have a lazy kid too.
I do.
Man, she'll be a doctor though. It's okay.
Yeah, I really think she will. She'll make so much money. She's gonna make so much money. And she's gonna do us so proud. She's gonna be amazing.
Kaitlyn to make us money, and I'll share it if she shares anything. At this point, I don't know.
I know. I'm waiting for her. She's gonna be giving me sponge baths when I'm older, and that's
I'm not thinking about that. That's creepy on my end. Just saying.
But I'm good.
Pro Coors Light though. How you doing, Wheatley? No. So. Back to you at Pet Friendly, and again, I'm holding
sorry, I totally went off. I'm so proud of my kid.
That's what this is supposed to be. Everyone knows that this podcast, there's no subject, there's no direction. You see in front of me, I have all these notes. Once again, I'm really going to make them mad, but that's funny. I find it funny. No, so back up there. So all of a sudden, you answered an ad. The people got tired of working the place, and they moved to California.
Yeah.
And you took it over. What year was that?
20. God, I should know this. I'm looking at you.
21.
2021. Yeah, that's when we signed the paperwork, right?
Research.
Yeah.
I don't research anything, everybody.
2021.
I don't want anyone getting ahead of themselves.
2021. Yeah, it was 2021.
And how daunting can you explain to people what it's like to take a business and put it in your vision, especially post-pandemic?
So here's the cool and weird thing. We did not lose any money during the pandemic.
Okay.
Because people got dogs and
During the pandemic?
During the pandemic.
I heard that.
And we were
You knew that?
We did really deep
How did you know that?
research.
It's become like
research.
It was like the puppy boom, essentially. It was like everyone got a puppy, but then we look now why there's all these dogs that are up for adoption and in shelters because everyone got a puppy during the pandemic when they were home all day, every day.
Yep.
And the pretty boy that always walks by our place that I used to talk to now has 2 of them.
Yes, but people were home from
and he had
work,
none during the pandemic.
Companionship.
Right.
Wanted the companionship, and now all those dogs are in shelters or rescues because they realize they're a lot of work when you're not home all day, every day. So I'll say one of my favorite things about the Pet Friendly is I go in and I buy Balor his cookies, but you guys feature a different rescue quite frequently.
Yeah.
And there's always a donation jar.
Yep.
And one of those rescues at one point was Saved Me. Rescue, who I have a very personal connection with.
They actually closed.
And so, like, I had seen that.
Oh,
they couldn't afford all the puppies' medical bills.
Yeah.
But I had found a dog not long after the pandemic when I was in school and took him in and got him fostered through Saved Me.
Yeah.
Came and visited LaRocca even.
Adopted.
Yep.
Yeah.
He came and visited LaRocca.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
If you can foster, that is a huge, like, unfortunately we don't have the room to foster because again, we have a million pets.
Yeah.
But if we could, I would totally foster.
We've adopted. So, and we'll get back on topic. In 1992, we got a Siberian Husky. She was a wrestling fan. And she said, "Oh, Stevie, wonderful. I could get her front row tickets to the shows." And I paid from a breeder, 1992. There weren't many it was the SPCA back then.
Yeah.
You didn't find all these rescues that started popping up, mid-90s, I think, maybe?
Yeah.
And that's when we got him, and he was the worst physically. He had seizures. He was epileptic.
Oh my God.
But we've gotten 3 Huskies since, all from different rescues. Right?
All different rescues.
Technically.
Oh, no. Rascal and
Nesher
Balor from the same rescue.
Oh, yeah. And right. Yeah. Balor and
Nuno was
Rascal.
Twain. Nuno was Twain, and then Balor and Balor and Rascal are the Northern Exposure.
Nesher. Yeah. So, I'm sorry. Back to your spot. You and you now we know we do adoptions. Great pointing that out, Kaitlyn. You blew up, so you bought it in 21.
Yeah.
And you never, I don't want to say suffered because all businesses could have done better. but what do you call that? By demand, supply and demand. You have supply and demand.
Yeah. And like the pet industry was allowed to be open they were considered an essential business during COVID. So even though we weren't selling like necessary essentials, we were allowed. Yeah, we were allowed to be. I did curbside for like the first couple months, and then we reopened, and we did really well. We had a little bit of a backslide when Bark Social opened. There's like a dog bar down the street that opened.
Oh, I know.
And
that affected you.
It did, yeah, because we have like the outdoor and indoor space for playing. And a lot of people were like, well, I can, they can have food and drink and watch their dog play. And you know what? I wholesale to them. I can't, I wholesale my cookies to them.
Good.
And I have a great relationship with them, but it did affect
their
business.
Do they use your name? Do people know it's from you?
I put my branded stickers on everything. And they're a great business and they're a great business model. But unfortunately, like our events suffered, which tended to be like a pretty popular thing.
Like your birthday events and stuff?
Mostly, yeah, birthday parties have kind of shifted over there. And then like, even like regular events, like I was doing like breed events and stuff. It's just like not as popular as it was. So I've kind of had to shift a little bit, but it kind of opened my horizons. And I started doing like, really fun, like custom cakes. So
do you see them?
So I've been doing.
I've seen them.
Yeah,
I already have one picked out for Balor's next adoptiversary, birthday, whatever you want to call it.
I have the best time making like special cakes. Like I do You know, I did one for a dog named Tinkerbell. It was a Tinkerbell cake. Trying to think of what else. Like, I did a really cool two-tier Eagles cake the other week. And like, it's just super fun to make these cakes for dogs.
Here's what I like the least about your place. This is the God's honest truth. We talk about it at home. Not enough people know. That it just bothers me. I just think you bring people to the street. You'd bring iPhone people to the street. You'd bring clothing people to the street. They can walk their dog. They can come see you. They can then go shop at all the small mom and pop shops. And I'm not even talking about coming all the way down to the road.
They all accept dogs. All of them are dog friendly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
We all love dogs.
You are the hub. And I don't feel, and that's why I was so honored to have you and nervous to ask you, because we've never hung out outside. We've never hung out outside of a conversation on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
And but I've known my feelings were genuine, and I think they're accurate. As a business person, I just feel at the whole Manayunk, the MDC, MSD, whatever they're all called, any restaurant underutilizes you. Putting your name, I used to tag you in weird stuff, and I used to think, does she just think that I'm weird and I'm tagging anybody? But if it had anything to do with pets, or selling Eagles cookies, or even had nothing to do with pets, but in the video it was Balor eating a Phillies cookie, or I would tag them just to get eyes on the business without being that weird guy. Here's a question. Do you have to handle, you do all your social media and everything? Man, that's hard, especially for are you a niche business? Okay, I didn't know if you're bigger than that, which I could see, but it's just so hard handling all of your marketing, advertising. You're saying about
we literally have no advertising budget. So here's the cool thing. Like, one of my customers actually, that you guys know, Loki.
Yeah.
His parents are amazing. I made them they just got married a couple months ago, and I made their dogs and like all the people's dogs
rooms,
like little cute, like little cupcakes to take home. And that was my wedding gift to them.
Yeah.
Because they've done so much for me.
Absolutely.
But they literally told me about this flyers opportunity where you can get $100,000 in flyers advertising for free. And it's called Hometown Heroes.
Yeah, I know what that is.
And we got picked. And
with Gritty.
I know. I got to meet Gritty. Don't even get me started. I love Gritty.
I didn't act like I didn't know where that was going, but I saw.
I'm obsessed with him.
That's so funny.
So, yeah, I heard the squeaking. So we were at the game, and I heard like a dog toy squeaking. I'm like, why is there a dog toy? And I looked up, and it was Gritty, and I lost my shit. I'm like, we have to go up and see him. We have to meet him. And I got to meet him. He's like he was on my bucket list. So I got to meet Gritty.
Was on your bucket list?
Oh God, yeah.
I was going to make a joke and say, who else? Snoop Dogg? No.
Oh my God, right? I love him.
I didn't mean
who doesn't love Snoop Dogg?
I wasn't talking about gin and juice.
Yeah. Me and Snoop Dogg have the same philosophy. But But like,
Tell me time.
Yeah. So
Dylan, you gonna make my song, Dylan? I'm just kidding you.
They chose us, and we had like our name up on like the boards, and it was awesome.
That's awesome.
And unfortunately, it didn't do anything for our business.
Not yet, maybe.
Yeah, but like at least it got our name out there, and like
your name out there.
My husband and I used to be Flyers season ticket holders back, when our daughter was little.
Nice.
And we used to go every, like once or twice a week, and it was the best.
I love Jonesy and Briere running the place.
Yep. My daughter had a huge crush on Briere.
Danny Briere. How about his son? What a douchebag.
Oh, I don't know anything about his son.
He pushed
my husband knows, apparently.
He was at college. He pushed a girl's wheelchair down the street.
Yes.
And I love Danny Briere, and it doesn't make his son a bad person.
No.
You did a dumb, bad thing.
And my husband is disabled, so I take that very personally.
Disabled is massive to me. I feel he could have gotten worse, but I feel she was woe is me. Just a little bit woe is me.
Yeah, the whole situation was foobar.
What a douchebag move. Like,
I know.
Dude, if she would have just said, hey, don't do that, do the repairs and tell your father the season tickets.
Yeah, right?
Or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I love the Flyers right now. Again, Jonesy and Briere, I hope they can turn it around. We do, I know you guys haven't been in during games, and here we go, just going off topic. We do dollar beers during all Philadelphia teams' games.
Nice.
Just because there's no sports bars in Manayunk per se.
And if we lived closer, we would be down here in the second.
So and you don't have to tell me, do you live in a place that begins with L?
We do, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we live in Lansdale.
Oh,
shout out to Lansdale.
Okay, well, that's traveling.
I love Lansdale. I love both.
It's beautiful.
I feel like they're both my hometown.
I didn't know I was getting you to travel that much today.
That's okay.
But I'm not kidding you. They're not paying you. If I had a buzz and said, oh, I'll take care of your gas, I had a buzz.
I drive a hybrid. It really helps. But
and we walk down here from La Roca as we always pregame.
Yeah.
Which is always cool. Hey, before we run out of time or anything, I know you have a box there a bottle.
Yeah.
Explain some things to
people.
I
brought some treats for Balor.
Well, just show people
his favorite.
The most amazing things. Look at that. Can you see that? The peanut butter beer mug?
He's gonna be so happy.
Hold it up, he said. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Give me one. Let's slide it over.
We have a cheesesteak because
Dude, I have all the videos too.
We love our Eagles. So this is new this year. It's an Eagle helmet.
Yeah, but that is an actual helmet.
Awesome.
I was gonna say because you've had Eagles before.
Yeah, we do a martini now, which I think you guys were talking about, like a chocolate.
Let me interrupt again. Espresso. Where do you bake at home?
I do most of my baking at home. We do have a baking partner. His name is Hakeem.
Nice.
And he was our primary baker when we first started, but I've had to take over some of the baking just for cost reasons.
Of course.
But he's amazing. Shout out to
your stuff
him.
Is amazing. And shout out to Hakeem. Great stuff. You always have the best stuff.
Yeah.
Even your prepackaged stuff. Your people are so knowledgeable. Again, the kid, she says it for years. I always forget his name, but the long hair.
Yeah.
He was just so knowledgeable and you're the most patient people.
So sweet.
For the longest time, you only had 3 of us. Was the other one Stephanie as well? Wasn't there another Steph
my friend
at some point?
Steph fills in from time to time.
Okay, so I've met her.
She's amazing. She's a Manayunk dog mom. She works at Temple now. She got her PhD in music theory, and now she
works. Shout out Temple, shout out music. Here we go.
So she works at Temple now, full time. And then Natalie was like my main go-to. She had a baby and moved away, but so people come and go, but the passion is still there and the love for dogs. And I always try to find like the best people to work there.
To get the people that you've had with the patience of somebody like me who had Siberian Huskies straight for 32 years, thinks I know a lot about Huskies, which I do, because between the medical issues, the training, the craziness, and to listen to some of your people explain your CBD products, your different ways of doing things. It's just a learning experience, and I never feel like, oh, I'm being talked down to. And I'm a dog guy. In the Army, I had German Shepherds. So I'm a dog guy, but I always feel like I'm going to learn something.
Yeah.
The best people.
I mean, I think it comes from like working at Petco and like learning so much about pets. They did a really good job about teaching us about like how, like what dogs need and what they, like how
Why'd
their bodies
work. Why'd you go to Petco? Were you applying somewhere else when you were a kid?
When I was a kid?
Yeah, at Petco.
Oh.
Theater, pet friendly.
Theater.
I do that connection there.
Yeah, I worked at CVS. That was my first job.
CVS, gotcha.
I loved CVS. I actually loved it there, but I moved. But that's the only jobs I've ever had.
Best part of Petco. Say it. I'm
the discount. You're
supposed to say Chaz.
Oh, Chaz.
So I'll just ask. We'll edit this. We really won't, but it'll be funnier that way.
That was really.
Hey, boss, what do you think her favorite part of working at Petco was?
Clearly the discount.
So from now on, my new friend Chaz is going to be, I'm going to call him Discount.
Discount.
I'm just going to call him Discount from now on. Discount. Let's go do some Casamigos. What would you love to see on our street other than speed bumps?
Oh,
I don't mean it like that. What would you like to see? Are there other pet businesses that I don't understand or know about, or that our viewers don't?
We have some amazing pet pet stores, pet places in our area.
And Manayunk loves pets.
Yeah.
Dog Day afternoon. What was that?
The Dog Day of summer.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's our yearly dog day, dog festival.
Is that a massive day for you in particular?
So here's the funny thing. The big things where they shut down the street and
Street Fest and all that.
Street Festival, I personally love them. I think they're great, but they tend to kill our business because people are coming for that. They're not coming for
food and drink.
Exactly. And, we don't have the budget to close off that little, the MDC lets us.
So do they put a truck in front of you?
They do.
So what I found works is you have to go very politically correct and basically say what I did. If you put a truck in front of my place, I will shoot the effing tires. Leo, if you're seeing this,
Leo, I love you.
You know I said those words exactly. I love Leo, but I said those words exactly. If you put a truck anywhere near the front of my store, I'm going to shoot the tires out.
So we have during Arts Fest,
and I love the food trucks. Make no mistake, they bring so many people to the street for that. I get not for you per se.
So the food truck festival is fine because they usually put just tables in front of our store, which is fine. But what we've learned helps is we put a sign out on the street with an arrow that says dog bakery this way. And that tends to help. But I know that it's a love-hate relationship.
Business-wise, it's not enough to spend the exorbitant amount that they charge us for those tables.
No.
Shout out to MDC. You know how I feel.
Not for us. I mean,
because I know what it's costing roughly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel bad for the art vendors. This year it was so insanely hot.
103 degrees.
It was so
minimum.
hot, and these guys were dying. And I go out and I say, hey, if you need to use the restroom, if you need to cool off, come into my shop. Hang out. And they're great. They're really great. They're dealing with the same shit that we are. So I don't
Arts
have any
Fest.
heart.
Kaitlyn is standing there front. Hey, everybody, if you need the bathrooms, come here. Free water, just ask, blah, blah, blah. Luckily, she's standing in front of Chloe's doing that, though. And Nick is just like, the hell's going on over here? I'm like,
Chloe's?
All good, Nick. All good, brother. All good. All good. What would help? What in a perfect world?
Yeah.
There's an open storefront, whatever.
Oh God.
What would you? I know it's not a competition.
I actually have lots of ideas.
I love that. Any that you can share.
Okay.
That you don't want to give away, to somebody.
Oh, it's fine. Things that I think that our community would really be helped out by is one thing that I think is really cool is refillable, sustainable soaps and products bamboo, things like that.
Okay.
So my idea was if I didn't have pet friendly,
right,
I would open a shop where you could come in with a container and fill soap for your household. And then
I'm killing people.
We would just weigh it and then charge you for what you bought. And then you could take it home and then you're reusing the container. You're buying sustainable products. We would have bamboo.
Is that business model sustainable? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. And there's a couple of them in Philly. But it's something that I think this generation, even because I'm 41. Maybe younger kids, they're getting more into doing more sustainable things.
I'm sorry. Why did Chaz say that you robbed the cradle? I'm just going to go with he was lying.
He was lying. Yeah, he's a little older than me. So something like that. Or even I think a malt shop would be really cool. Right?
Oh, tequila malt. No, that's gross.
Yeah.
I'm a chocolate kind of guy.
I know.
Chocolate milkshake. They go to Dairy Queen. Her
like
and
an
her mother.
old-timey diner or something.
I love old school diners.
Cool.
Do you know, we still go to the diner. My first food venue that I ever worked into my life. I was hypothetically underage. I think I was 15. You were allowed to work at 16. I was working for like 81 cents an hour. And you would get a burger at the end. You had to buy the cheese if you wanted cheese on it. No fries. It's called the Country Squire Diner. It's out in Newtown Square, Route 1 or Route 3, Westchester Pike. But I love old school diners. Yeah. I love that.
I know. Greg's is closed.
Just love that. They're coming back.
They're coming back? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
They're just remodeling, not Greg. Apparently it's the landlord that's remodeling.
Oh, okay.
And so they're going to come back because they have great breakfasts.
Yeah. When we had that one spot, that one diner, everyone loved it. That one that's over by, I think it's Unity now. Remember it was
on our street?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, there was like a diner in there. I can't remember the name of it. It was only there for like a year.
We need a dive diner, but on the almost opposite end. Have you tried Winnie's Market sandwiches?
I haven't.
They're so good.
Here's the thing, like I don't cross cotton generally, which sounds horrible.
No.
But I park on my side of Manayunk, and I just walk around there. So I go up to like, the Main Street music, and I visit Jamie, and like that's kind of like my side of the Manayunk. So that's usually where I'm at. But yeah, I'm open to exploring this side.
I have an apartment above is it above Soma? Yeah, it's above Soma.
Okay.
So we go up there, like it's a crash pad.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're open till 2:00 some nights. And when she was in school, she's literally in school 5 days a week. 7 till 5, counting transportation 7 till 7, and then coming into work. My son used to work at La Roca, so it was a cool crash pad. Yeah. I mean, it's mine. There's like hardly any furniture, but so I know what you mean. People stay on their little sides.
Yeah,
that helped me just always explore the street. Yeah, but I need another little breakfast spot up the street.
Yeah.
What name a place that you like to eat, and nothing's gonna bother me. I love
like
this.
to eat.
Yeah.
So my daughter and I came to Manayunk we came around Christmas, and then we came back a couple weeks ago, and the peanut butter and jelly burger at Lucky's.
Dude.
It's ridiculous.
So
it's so good.
I'm literally jonesing for one of their Coney Island dogs. And their tots are to die for.
We had a blast.
I love the Main Street tots. And then what are the other ones? The jalapeno or something? Is that the next step up?
Yeah, I think there's like a spicy.
I love Lucky's.
I need to shout out Benny Paredes, my neighbor.
Yeah.
They are amazing. So
I'm dying to try their pizza.
Oh my God, it's so good. The pepperoni.
I just know that it's massive. That's what everyone talks about.
Yeah. They're great guys. They're big fans of they're from here.
Are they?
So even though,
love that.
So when they first came in, I was like, oh, they're from Virginia. They're going to be like weird outsiders.
Yeah.
And they came in. They're just two dudes from here.
Cool.
They're super friendly. Let me park behind their business. Shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because you know how Manayunk parking
saves you so much money as a business owner.
Yeah, I don't park there all the time. But
I get it.
Every once in a while.
Once a week is saving you money as a business owner.
And they're redoing that beautiful building that they're in. And
what are they doing up above?
Yeah,
above it,
they're redoing it.
What are they doing?
Well, it's office space, but it was flooded from Ida, and they've had to redo a bunch of stuff in there because the old owner was
absent.
Horrible.
Okay.
She was not a good person.
I used an A word, but made it absent instead of.
Yeah. No, she did not.
Are they going to keep it offices? Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think it's only zoned for that.
Dude, what a beautiful corner. All the glass.
I love it. Yeah.
I love that. They have that menu window box, which actually advertises somebody else for some reason. And I think every time I drive by, every morning I go, why don't you have your own menu in that? That has to be, somebody must be, that's a business. That is massive advertising. That must be some deal or something. But now I'm going to shout them out when I try them. and say that I even have a recommendation of going on it.
They're amazing. They're amazing guys.
And I love, like, we have our Halloween party October 6th. We just announced it to our staff Halloween party where we decorate, we shut down early, and we always get some spot locally and get our food from them so that my kitchen doesn't have to work.
Yeah.
They can just kind of, get drunk. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're part of our
oh god, yeah.
Yeah, our
and they'll
our
hook
party.
you up. I had a pizza party for dogs. So it was like pizza for people, and then I made dog cookies that were like little pepperoni pizzas, and they gave me 2 free pizzas. They were amazing. They were like, do you need more? I'm like, no, these things are huge.
Do you have a loyalty program or anything like that that people can go and see for you? What about a regular website? I know you have Instagram.
Yeah, we have a website. It's just petfriendlydogbakery.com.
Okay.
We're, I'm always constantly trying to fix it up.
And I know you pay attention to your Instagram a bunch.
Yeah.
So they can always see your specials and all that nonsense.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Like, again.
Are you still on DoorDash?
We are on DoorDash. Yeah.
So when I was away on my clinical rotation, I got cookies DoorDashed to the restaurant
down the street. She got them from your place to my place.
Oh, shut up! I would have walked them down.
No, because he's spoiled. He's just spoiled.
Oh my god.
He's home alone today. Our dog walker is coming twice today. He's had the same buddy for a couple of years. She walks him. Like 2 to 3 miles every day. He's so spoiled. He has somebody that comes every Tuesday, picks up his poop.
Yeah.
He's the king.
Yeah.
Just because my back hurts. I ain't picking it up anymore.
Now.
No, and there's so many pet things like that people don't realize, which again is one of the reasons that I was just so honored to have you today, Stephanie, that to make you my first true guest. I had Nick Voner was our first guest, because he was the first employee ever, and he's still on the street. And then because of Wheatley Vodka, thank you for this. And it's wrestling themed, and we're going to do this crazy Monday night. Every Monday night from 8 till 11, we are going to do this Wheatley themed Monday Night Mules. We're going to do all kinds of crazy specials. I'll tell you this: $2 Fireball, $3 Wheatley shots, $4 taquitos, $5 Wheatley Mules. So Wheatley, big shout out. Thank you very much. We couldn't do this without you. And what was I saying about how we got here, why we're here? It doesn't matter. My point was that I needed you here as back to my point, as my first real guest. I had Nick, then I had Chubby Dudley, one of the Dudley boys, a wrestler.
Oh, no way.
And then you were our first real guest. I have some other people locally that I just think bring so much to Manayunk that are so underutilized, so under publicized, so under advertised. So if Manayunk advertised you in a spot over me, I wouldn't be as upset as I would, because I'm very competitive, because it's you bringing new faces to our street. I just think there's such a world for you out there. You have the greatest personality for this. I love hearing about all your puppies. You said some things about Chaz off camera that I'm not going to tell him about. I want you guys to say almost 10 years married. Is that
10 years,
where I am?
Next week.
From Petco, correct? Is that how you guys?
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. And again, all seriousness, I just think you bring people to the street, and I don't think we advertise you enough to bring enough people. I think other people, other places and people, I tried to combine that word, should lift you up as what you do, because we all love animals. 32 years ago when I moved in to my neighborhood, I had the only dog in the neighborhood. People would complain if they'd make noise.
Oh.
Every house has dogs or cats now.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Well, no one can afford kids anymore.
No.
I can barely.
Dude. I have 5 kids. I have 10 grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
So she's decided to be the doctor to take care of the entire family. Although the dog costs more in neediness than he does in actual dollars. Stephanie, thank you so much.
Thank you for
having me. This was awesome to have you. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. I had a blast.
Kaitlyn, I know you're going to go to the beach and have a beverage. Dylan, as always, shout out. I'm sorry for the editing, but we love YUNKJunk. Wheatley thanks you, and we'll be back next Monday. And I will be setting the record straight.
YUNKJunk!